Hello students, welcome to my channel. In this video, I am going to discuss about electrostatic of conductors. That means, what is conductor? What is conductor? Conductor means the substance which will conduct the electricity. Why it is to be conduct electricity? Because it consists of free charge carrier. Free charge carriers. Normally, the conductors are, we are to be studying about solid conductor. In the case of solid conductors, the metals are the example. In the case of metals, the free charge carriers are electrons. There are so many free charge carriers are available in the conductor. Okay, and another category of substance is insulator. Insulator, it does not have free charge carrier. In this topic, we are going to study about the what is conductor and the properties. We already studied what is to be conductor. Okay. So, in this, we are only studying about the solid conductor. Solid conductor is a substance which consists of free charge carrier. Next, we are going to study about the properties of electrostatic conductor. Properties of conductors. Properties of conductor. Clear? In that first property we are going to study about it is inside a conductor electric field is zero. Inside a conductor the electric field is zero. Okay. So how it is to be zero, we will see it. Okay. Then if you see about a conductor, inside a conductor, what is there? Inside a conductor, there is positive charge and negative charges are to be there. Okay. So there is like this is there. When there is an external electric field is to be applied, what will be happen? If an external electric field is to be applied, so you can see that, so there is to be this, there is an external electric field is there. Okay. So this is the external electric field. Okay, clear? In this external electric field, I am going to place this conductor. So if this conductor is placed in an external electric field, its negative charge and positive charges to be distributed to opposite end. That means here the negative charges are to be distributed to this end and positive charges are distributed to this end. So you can see it like this. Okay, and the positive charges are distributed like this. Due to the effect of external electric field, inside this, what the external electric field is there, which direction? This is the external electric field. Okay, and the charges are redistributed. Negative charges in one end, positive charges in other end. So these redistributed charges will be produces an electric field inside the conductor. Okay, so the net value, now you see external electric field is in this direction, internally generated electric field is in the opposite direction. So from this you can see that the charges will be redistributed up to which the net electric field will be zero. That means external electric field will be equal to the internally generated electric field magnitude. Okay, so that net electric field inside the conductor will be zero always. This is the first property. Next we are going to see about the second property of the conductor. Second property, electric field is normal at every point in the surface of a conductor. Okay, that means what? So if you consider this is the surface of a conductor, at every point this electric field is normal. That means perpendicular to the surface. So we already studied inside the conductor the electric field is 0. The surface of the conductor electric field is normal. Why it is normal? Okay. So you see like this. I am consider if it is not to be normal. Okay. That means if it is like this. Okay. So that means it is making an angle. Here there is a charge is there Q. Okay. So this electric field have two components. One is in this direction, one is in this direction. Clear? Okay. So you can see that here. So if you take it, this is to be a electric field parallel component. This is the electric field perpendicular component. Okay. Clear? So if I am going to find out what is the work done to move a charge from here to here, A to B. Okay. So work done to move a charge from A to B is equal to how much? That is equal to Q into, what is the formula we already studied? Okay, so we are going to study the direct formula itself. F electric field into the distance. What is the distance? We are going to consider this distance is dr. Okay, if this is the distance is dr. So what you will get? This electrostatic force is equal to Q into E into dr. Okay, this I can write it as E dr into cos theta. Clear? So you see here, if the work is to be 0, if we need to get work is to be 0, only if theta become 90 degree. Q is not to be possible to be 0. E is not to be possible to be 0. dr is not to be. So we need to get this work done is to be 0. We need to get this theta will be 90. That means theta is the angle between electric field and dr. Okay. dr is a distance over the surface. Clear? So that meaning is that if it have a parallel component, that means horizontal component, the work done is not 0. That means the charges are to be moving over the surface. But the charges over the surface are in static nature. Okay. So what will be happen? The work done to move a charge from one point to another point is to be 0. So it should have only perpendicular component. So that we can say that electric field at the surface of the conductor is perpendicular or normal. Clear? From that is the second property. Now we are going to see about the third property. What is the third property means? Net charge inside the conductor is 0. Conductor is 0. Excess charge must reside on the surface. Must reside on the surface. Clear? So what you can say this? So we already know electric field inside a conductor is 0. So you consider this is to be a conductor. Electric field inside is to be 0. If you consider the total electric flux inside a conductor, what it will comes? It is become 0. So you can apply the Gauss's law inside. What is the Gauss's law? If you apply a Gauss's law, that is integral E dot ds is equal to Q net by epsilon 0. What about E value? E value is 0. So what about the Q value? This Q value becomes 0. So total electric field inside the conductor is 0. So what about the electric field outside is not to be 0, it is to be perpendicular. So any excess charges are present that will be reside on the surface. If the positive charges are present, it is to be residing on the surface and the electric field is perpendicular to it, like this. This is the third property. Okay, then we will see about the fourth property. What is the fourth property? Means electric potential throughout the volume of the conductor is constant. Is constant throughout the volume of the conductor is to be constant. Clear? So throughout the volume of the conductor means you have to consider the situations. Over the surface and inside the conductor, the potential is constant. So here you see like this. Okay, so the fourth property is potential throughout the volume of the conductor is constant. So we have to prove that inside the conductor volume is constant and the surface of the conductor also volume is to be constant. So first I am going to consider about inside the conductor. Okay, so you see that inside the conductor. Inside the conductor, what about the electric field? E is to be 0. So you know a relation. Electric field E is equal to minus dV divided by dr. That means if E is equal to 0, what about the V value? V is to be constant. Clear? So now we prove inside the conductor electric potential is to be constant. Clear? Okay, so here E is to be electric field is 0, V is to be constant. Next, what about the electric field over the surface? If the positive charges are over the surface, the electric field is perpendicular. Okay, clear? So I am going to find out the work done to move a unit positive charge from this point to this point. This is the point 1 and this is the point 2. These are the 2 points over the surface. Clear? So work done to move a unit positive charge from 1 to 2 is equal to what? Potential at the final position, that is 2 minus potential at the initial position. Okay, that is equal to what? Integration of E dot dr. Okay, you can take it as minus of integration of E dot dr. What about E value? Here the E value is to be 0 because, here the dot product, here the angle between them E dot dr is to be cos E into dr into cos 90 will come because it is perpendicular to the distance. If you will consider dr is the distance between them, you can take it as dr like this. Okay, so the angle here you can see that here the theta is equal to 90 degrees. So this term is to be 0. So what we will get? V2 minus V1 is equal to 0. So that means what you will get? V1 is equal to V2. That means potential at this point 1 is equal to potential at this point 2. The fifth property of conductor is electric field at the surface of the charged conductor E is equal to sigma by epsilon 0 into n cap. Okay, at the surface of the conductor, the electric field value E is equal to sigma by epsilon 0 into n cap. What is sigma? Sigma is the surface charge density. Charge density. What is surface charge density? Surface charge density means charge per unit area. Okay, so I am going to consider a surface of a conductor. This is the surface of a conductor with positive charges are uniformly distributed with the surface charge density plus sigma. Okay, so I need to find out electric field at this point. Okay, so we already know electric field is always perpendicular to the surface. So I am going to consider as a cylindrical Gaussian surface over the surface. Okay, this is the cylindrical Gaussian surface I am going to consider. In that Gaussian surface, the thickness is to be 0. Clear? Okay. So the electric field is perpendicular to the surface of the conductor. The surface area of this cylindrical Gaussian surface, the circular plate surface area is ds. Okay, clear? This area also ds. Clear? So this point I need to find out the electric field value. So I am going to apply a Gauss's law. What is Gauss's law? Total electric flux is equal to net charge by epsilon naught. Okay. So we can take it as what I am going to consider the electric flux over the first surface. That is E dot del S is equal to the charge over this small surface is dq divided by epsilon naught. This is the Gauss law. Okay. So what is the angle between electric field and ds? ds is the area vector. So we will get thus the ds direction is perpendicular. Area is a vector. It is always perpendicular to the surface. So here you will get E ds cos theta is equal to dq. dq is what? dq is charge over this small area ds. What is sigma? Sigma is the charge per unit area. So I can say that dq is equal to charge per unit area into charge. Okay. Into epsilon naught. Here cos 0 value what you will get? Cos theta value you will get it as theta is here 0 degree. So cos 0 is equal to 1 you will get. So you will get it as E ds is equal to sigma ds divided by epsilon naught. Clear? If ds and ds is to be cancelled, so what is remaining? So you will get E is equal to sigma by epsilon naught. Clear? That is the electric flux through this surface. This we have considered the thickness of this cylindrical Gaussian surface is very smaller. So no need to consider about this curved surface of the cylinder. And next one more surface is there for this cylinder, that is the down surface. Clear? Okay, this is the outer surface. Inside surface, outer surface of the cylinder. Okay, next inside the surface. What about inside the surface? Inside the surface, the electric field is 0. We already studied that electric field inside a conductor is 0. So, the net electric field at the surface of the conductor is equal to what you will get? E is equal to sigma by epsilon 0 into n cap. This is the total electric flux over the surface of the conductor. Sorry, this is the vector. This is a unit vector. What is this unit vector? This unit vector is to be perpendicular to the surface. We already proved the electric field vector is perpendicular to the surface. If sigma is to be greater than 0, that means for positive charges. What about n cap? N cap is perpendicularly outward. N cap is to be outward. Outward. So if sigma is less than 0, n cap is to be inwards. Okay, n cap is inward. That is perpendicularly inwards. Clear? That is about the fifth property. Now we are going to see about the sixth property. What is sixth property? Electrostatic shielding. Electrostatic shielding. The name itself, it is very clear about it. Shielding. What is meant by shield? Shield is to be protect from something. So here electrostatic shielding, that means it is to be protected from the electric field. So What is electrostatic shielding? Electrostatic shielding is to be based on the one of the property of a conductor. We all knows inside a conductor the electric field value is 0. Even if some charges are present, what will be happen? If some charges are present, if the external electric field is applied also, the net electric field inside the conductor is 0. So that means any sensitive device is protected from external electric field by keeping inside a closed conductor. So this property of the electrostatic conductor is called as shielding. So we say that it is to be shielded from the external electric field. Whatever the external electric field is to be applied, the electric field inside a conductor will be 0. So this property we can say that. So whatever charge or electric field outside the conductor the net electric field inside the conductor is 0. This property is called as electrostatic shielding. Whatever the electric field is to be outside, the net electric field inside the conductor is to be 0. Clear? So due to this property, we can say that in the lightning time, it is better to stay inside a car other than going out, because the car is to be act like a closed conductor. So any charge discharge will be happening from the external. It will be present only over the surface. There is no charges, net charger or electric field will be comes to be inside. Only the charges to be present over the surface. Always in a closed conductor, the net charge will be 0. Okay, the same case for the case of, in the case of a lightning, it is better to stay inside a house, because the house is to be act like a closed conductor. So the any charge discharge will be happen, it is only present over the surface. There is no net electric field will be inside the house. So we will not be affected from the external electric field. So we are to be shielded, we are to be protected. Okay, so this property is called as electrostatic shielding. This is the properties of electrostatic conductor. Clear? Thank you for watching the video. Please subscribe my channel. If you like this video, please put like